Somerset Film welcomes you to the Engine Room, marking 10 years of moving images and creative media from this unique centre in Bridgwater.
From the first time you take your nappy off, and you got to be disposed of somewhere or something can happen. This place here, when I came here, was a bucket lavatory. And it was a trench dug. And the produce used to come off this garden was second to none. You've got to keep going. We all got to keep going. You all got to keep going. And if you laugh about it, because none of us asked to be born, and so you've got to make the best of it. You've got to make the most of it.
Somerset Film exists to give people a voice by passing on digital skills and a passion for filmmaking. To do this, we needed a place where everyone could use equipment and get help from experts, a community media centre, the Engine Room.
I can remember a whole bunch of us recceing the site and dreaming of putting in staircases and edit suites upstairs and having a cafe and all these kinds of exciting things. And it was just a slightly dilapidated building back then. So, I mean, it's a real testament to what you can do with a bit of vision, isn't it? Happy birthday, Engine Room. 10 years, that's amazing. And here's to the next 10.
Opening on March the 14th, 2003, it provided courses, drop-ins, community screenings, guest speakers and much, much more.
We adopted and raised a baby seagull called Alan. We projected giant clowns on the walls of Taunton. We put a 30-foot flagpole on a hill near Crookhern and then we didn't let anyone go and see it. We blindfolded an artist and abandoned him in South Somerset. We worked with children and with OAPs, with people recently released from prison and people who might be going. We sent kids to Ardman and grown-ups to Bangladesh, and we sent everyone else to Glastonbury Festival. We strapped cameras to speedway riders, to butchers and dancers. We made sign language dictionaries and electronic snow globes. We fought the mines and celebrated with archivists. We made a whole programme about Bridgwater and put it on national television. We judged karaoke contests and drove a tiny truck through Bridgwater Carnival. We melted cheese in paninis. We made the best and the worst coffees in town, and we ate a lot of curry. Here's to another 10 years of the Engine Room. Keep it stoked and steaming.
Momentum, supported by Southwest Screen, gave emerging filmmakers the chance to make their first short. To support the Engine Room and other county-wide initiatives, Somerset Film continued to produce documentaries for local businesses and organisations. A commission from Somerset County Council led to the founding of a new partnership, specialising in films made with and for adults with learning difficulties.
My house is very noisy. I want peace and quiet. I cannot get it. I want to move. I want to plane about it. Lisa! Let me do it, Ashley. We've not got him back.
As well as creating the archive of the future, the engine room also started digitising and screening local films from the past.
Norman Govey, he'd bring his projector around, but there was always one film about the local area. We'd seen Hollywood, but we hadn't seen our own location actually moving. There it all was before our eyes. Everybody else took still photographs. Norman took the movies.
I was producer for From the Soil, which was a great project to do with the engine room because they had all the really solid infrastructure to work on a project with quite a big budget. I'd love to wish the engine room happy birthday and hope that I can share lots and lots more with them. So happy birthday, engine room.
When we first came here, at the end of the year, you'd pile up your bills into a shoebox and whistle them down to the accountant, and he would somehow make sense of them. Whereas now, I will spend probably a day a week in the office and still feel, oh my goodness, it's overwhelming.
A policeman would come out once a year to check the movement of animals book, and you'd have a cup of tea while you filled it in for the year. Now, if you get anything 24 hours wrong, there's huge financial penalties. So in actual fact, the paperwork is more important than anything else we do.
Welcome, Jane. Welcome to Jump School.
The engine room is committed to developing and retaining local talent. Our productions employ Somerset freelancers and provide training for aspiring filmmakers. Engine room courses continue to teach people how to write, film, animate, edit and distribute their own projects. And in 2007, Somerset Film followed a war veteran to the beaches of France.
This film is about my granddad, John Gundy. In 1944, as a soldier in the Royal Warwickshire Regiment, he played a part in one of the most famous wartime operations in history, Operation Overlord.
There was a tree with a mortar detachment there. Must have had a direct hit, you know, and it was piled of bodies. But we just didn't take any notice, you know. You'd kick somebody's head that was rolling there. Oh, everybody kept asking, what are we doing over here? What are we doing? We'd seen films of the death camps. And I said, that's what you're fighting for.
Whether giving first-time filmmakers the chance to make a short, or encouraging a contemporary dance company to create a digital installation, the engine room leads in using moving images to develop new work and explore big issues.
We're gonna die! Wait, why is this gone underwater anyway? I don't know, I'm not Einstein. No, listen, what was that lesson about? Well, if you haven't noticed, we're just about to drown. Sea levels! Maybe that's why the school's underwater. Whatever, it doesn't matter now. We'll fill this bottle with advice to stop climate change, send it to the surface and get them to send it home for us. And what's that going to do? We won't drown because there won't be a flood in the first place. Oh! What should I put? Things about climate change. Such as? You should have listened.
stands for people in Somerset being able to think, yeah, I can be involved in making movies and making moving pictures, and it can, I hope that inspires people, and long may it last. And may the, well, as Ang Lee, local boy in Taiwan, Ang Lee would say, may the movie god be with you. Yeah, it's fine. Shunler Bai Le, happy birthday in Taiwan. In Chinese, don't ask me to say anything else in Chinese, that's all I know.
And you think you might have an interest in the engineering industry. The thing is to get out there and try something. You need to get an initial look at really what engineering means, because it is so diverse. And it opens up a whole new world to you. And then you can find the bit that might interest you and tailor your school and career path in the right direction.
Go to some open days, college open days, to see whether it's for you, and get some work experience in an engineering company.
I really, really love doing this work. You can adapt your skills to fit in with all those DIY things that you have to do. It's really nice to have a job where nothing's ever the same. It's always changing, so you don't get bored. Every day is different, which makes it quite exciting.
Anyone with an idea for a film can come to the engine room, get advice, use our equipment, and meet and collaborate with like-minded individuals. For 3 years, as part of the UK Film Council's nationwide digital shorts programme, Somerset Film partnered with South West Screen to invest in the production of original stories.
Typical.
One of the great things about the engine room is that people sort of go off to do an array of different things. So you have people that go off into the movie industry and the British film industry, and people that go off into the TV industry. But then a lot of people, it sort of gives them a license to do their own artistic work, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I'm hoping that in 10 years' time we're all sat around discussing the achievements of the 20 years that the engine room has been in business and helping the community thrive in the arts. So congratulations, and here's to another 10 years.
Beginner or professional, young or old, the engine room welcomes everyone. 2009 saw the start of Family Connections, a big lottery-funded project encouraging family learning, and we added specially commissioned dramas to our existing documentary work.
Might ring Lisa.
Oh, bad idea.
She might be pleased to hear from me.
She won't be.
She might be.
She won't be.
I might ring her anyway.
Okay, try this. Surprise me. For the rest of the night, I want you to ask me which one, randomly, and I'll answer straight away without thinking. Okay? Let's have a test run. Which one? Shredding machine. I'm not going to be all alone. Being some silly cow with hundreds of cats all over the kitchen work surfaces. I am not doing that.
Shut up. Do you ever think about anyone other than yourself?
While Family Connections was busy running family-led radio stations and winning awards, productions made with young filmmakers were screened at film festivals from Croatia to New York, winning prizes in 3 categories at London's First Light Film Awards.
On the edge of a wood is a town with a house in which lives a girl with the frame of a mouse. She's not got a tail or big ears or likes cheese, but she's shy and afraid and weak at the knees. Her father's obsessive, she hasn't a mum. She left with a circus and a promise of fun. And her father surrendered his life, don't you know, to attempting to teach some worms to tango.
Dad?
Thanks.
Dad, there's a choir in the town.
Yeah, you're not going.
But I do karaoke.
That's different.
Why?
That's with us.
In 2011, we launched Somerset.tv, an online platform for local content, and support from trusts allowed filmmakers with learning difficulties to make an original short film based entirely on a story devised by them.
It was a beautiful sunny day, and the car arrived. I felt so excited.
Look, Lady Diana's here. I know.
Once you got out of the car, she looked very beautiful.
And if we like to step this side, then...
But I could see her sadness. She was the love of my life.
My name's Alex Rowland and I work as a privately employed personal assistant for Phil Dyer. Phil runs a little company called Trendbuster Films. Through that he's made a film called 1 in a Million and I've assisted him with that, with help with the guys from the engine room. He's really achieved amazing things and he's demonstrated that having a learning disability is no barrier to achieving your goals or your ambitions and dreams really. And I think it's quite amazing what he has achieved in that time.
Well, I'm Pat Hutchins and I was involved last year at the engine room with the Senior Citizens Forum, and we did a radio programme called Making Waves, and I must admit I didn't know a thing about radio or anything to do with broadcasting, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and it was lovely, great company, and we had a lot of help and everything went very, very well and it was great.
I'm Kathy Wilson and I'm also a member of the Bridgewater Senior Citizens, and we thoroughly enjoyed the programme, and obviously the engine room is still doing good work, working with the older people and certainly the young people, and I'd like to say happy birthday engine room.
And we, you know, all the friends we made was lovely,
Certainly
wasn't it,
did,
Kath?
yes,
It was
yeah.
really great, yes.
Thank you so
Lovely.
much.
How was that? Was it all right?
10 years on, the engine room continues to flourish, providing digital skills and opportunities to the people and communities of Somerset.
I just wanted to say, I think you've done a fantastic thing to be able to go up to the First Light Awards. It's really difficult to get a film nominated for the First Light Awards. I hope you have a really fantastic time. It's it's brilliant, and you really deserve it because you all work really hard on those films, and they're brilliant films. And I hope that you win as well. I wanted to say that Somerset's Film is a fantastic organisation. It is brilliant, and I feel so kind of honoured to be a part of it and play a part in it. Really, it's been great. It's been really great.
Well, I'm really proud to be connected not just to the idea of the engine room, but the people who've made it happen. I think it's an extraordinary feat, really, to not just got this thing off the ground, but kept it going and growing and expanding through very difficult times, as we know, for the arts in Britain. And I just am so aware of the help it's given to local kids in entering the industry, which I'm part of. And I know how hard that is to do, particularly in rural, non-metropolitan areas. So I just think it's doing a unique thing in Somerset. And anything everybody can do to help it, I think we should do. And I'm just so glad to be a part of the whole idea.